ask or imagine by his power at work within us. Sometimes we narrow God too much. Even that which we can't even imagine, God is ready to abundantly bless us. Number 5. That is taken from Exodus 34 verse 6. The Lord, what? Merciful and gracious God. Slow to what? Anger, and abundant in what? Loving kindness and truth. Taken from the Hebrew Names version. No, listen to me. God is not just faithful in giving us material things. He loves us. He doesn't just love us, he loves us abundantly. Number 6. Taken from John 10 verse 10. The thief comes only to what? I came that they may have what? And have it abundantly. New American Standard Version. Number 7. Give together. Give, and it will be given to you. A good portion, packed down, firmly shaken, and overflowing, will fall into your lap. The portion you give will determine the portion you receive. Luke 6:38, Common English Bible. I use all these different versions to really just bring a freshness to the text. Number 8. But my God, together, so great in his wealth of glory, in Christ Jesus, will what? Will what? Fully supply every need of yours. Philippians 4 verse 19. I guess some of you have ever heard of this version. Weymouth, New Testament. And last but not least, the great Psalm that everybody loves so much. Psalm 23 verse 5 together. You prepare a table for me, even as my enemies watch. You anoint my head with oil, my overflowing cup. Taken from the Complete Jewish Bible. So we give because God is a God of abundance. Why can't we reciprocate it? If God is so good to us, maybe selfishness is like a cancer that eats at our Christian gratitude. Listen to what the spiritual prophecy says about our diagnosis for a problem. She says in that book, Counsel and Stewardship, which we want to start, the Sabbath school to start using as a study guide with a few 70 chapters. Very powerful book. You know, if we abide by the contents of that book, we can be some of the wealthiest people on the face of this earth. I'm not preaching the prosperity gospel. I'm preaching what God says, that if we are faithful to Him, He will open the floodgates of heaven, that there is not room enough. But why is that some of us are so poor? Maybe it is because of this. Many, very many, have not so educated themselves that they can keep their expenditures within the limit of their income. They do not learn to adapt themselves to circumstances. And they borrow and borrow again and again and become overwhelmed in debt. And consequently, they become discouraged and disheartened. You know, Ellen White says in another place that we should shun debt as leprosy. Because when it wraps around your neck, it never seems to let you go. She also says in the same book, page 249, paragraph 2, many do not remember the cause of God and carelessly expend money in holiday amusements, in dress and folly. And when there is a call made for the advancement of the work in home and foreign missions, they have nothing to give, or even have overdrawn their account. Thus they rob God in tithes and in what? Offerings. And through their selfish indulgence, they lay the soul open to fierce temptations and fall into the wiles of Satan. She also says in the Review and Herald, December 19, 1893, we should be on our guard and not allow ourselves to spend money upon that which is unnecessary and simply for display. We should not permit ourselves to indulge taste and lead us to pattern after the customs of the world and rob the treasury of the Lord. Those who do not live for self will not use up every dollar meeting their supposed wants and supplying their conveniences, but will bear in mind that they are Christ's followers and that there are others who are in need of food and clothing. I know you're not comfortable with what I'm saying. I am not comfortable with what I'm saying. Because I need to turn the searchlight. I need to turn the searchlight of God work into my own personal finances. And ask God to stifle selfishness. And I will put aside more and more for the cause of God. Number 3, the cause of God must not languish for want of funds. Agia, chastise the people of God for living in their beautiful seal houses while the house of God is in derelict state. He showed them that they worked hard to put their salary in bags with holes. They eat, and yet they are not satisfied. Yes, my friends, why should the floor of your home look far more superior in appearance than the floor of God's church? Have you ever wondered, why is it that there are some things that we can't seem to get off the ground? We have this big elaborate plan for expanding and doing things for this church. We don't have enough money to do it. That's just the simple raw truth. I think that we should be coming into this temple and our home should not look superior to it, because this is the house of God. This is the house of prayer. What do you say? And therefore we should treat God with far more kindness, because He's a God of abundance. We spend a lot of time in our board meetings thinking how to make sure that we nurse the little money that comes to us. There are many needs and requests for welfare of the members of our church. When is our people going to hospital for medical care or surgery or for medications? Then there's funeral expenses. People who are in need to live somewhere. People who are in need of finding a job, and in the interim they need some kind of relief. Ellen White advised against having a home for aged and indigent. We have enough available in our accounts, personal accounts, of many to allow for the care of those who do not have relatives. We need to have them taken care of in the homes of our members. That's what she said, not me. I don't see why so many of our members should be at certain homes, and when they go there, it makes you feel very disturbed. Brother Patrick, to see the condition in which our members are in. You know, my friends, I tell you something. We are going to have to give an account for our stewardship to God one day, you know. I hear no amen. I know we are saddened about the thing that we are speaking about. As I wrap up, I just want us to realize that God's cause cannot run on just empty promises. We have proposed a 5% giving in offering. That means half of your tithe. Or you can enter into partnership with God and say to Him, as you bless me, I will increase my giving, because you are the God of abundance. You can say, I will give 3, 4, 5% of my tithe to you, or you can enter into a partnership with God and say, Lord, if you bless me in this regard, then I'm going to increase my giving to you.